Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cyclones will put total leather and we'll get started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Working from the pistol. Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cyclones will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Dropping back, it's Pitts. And the quarterback is snowed under. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. The Cyclones are in the hurry up. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Cyclones are flying down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He'll pull it on the read. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's got it on the move. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do
all kinds of running room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback on the keeper. Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
And you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal. They'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
7, Iowa State 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they got him for the sack.
Great job by the pass rush up front. Third and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown. Oh, he wants it all. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Buying some time. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Looking to throw, it's Pitts. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Wake Forest. What a catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Quick pass on the jet motion. Discards a man. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the Demon Deacons want to move quickly. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Got it in the middle. It's Morton. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
To the air, it's Pitts. Scrambling away. Going to try to get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wake.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Cyclones! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Number 8.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To throw, it's Pitts. They're setting up the screen. Dances away from one. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Morton. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Pitts. Coming after him. He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He caught it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll try to pound their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Okay, ready? Now it's second and goal.
Black 24. Black 24.
Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Trying to power it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Wake Forest.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. On the option. Now the pitch. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. He's got it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the second half.
Number 13. Take this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa State sending the offense back out. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Running for the tape. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down to a man.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
This offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They're working that left side, and he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Cyclones are rolling down the field.
Here we go.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. After the incompletion, looking at second down.
Get set, get set.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal.
4-2 Spider.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Number 15.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on 1st and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful. Like, let's get the quarterback under center, run quarterback sneak, make this defense stop me. It's such a hard play to stop, and the offense gets the touchdown.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They're trying to get to him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Scanning the field, it's Pitts. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got an open man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the 1st down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the 1st down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes a connection. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Ready
The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field.
Cobra.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Toledo is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up by 18 over Ohio. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
On third down, going up top. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. The Cyclones racing to the line in the hurry-up. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He's got it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Wake Forest 35, Iowa State 23.
And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks, rallying the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Cyclones get enough for the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And the Cyclones will hustle to the line. Now from inside the red zone. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. Now on third down after that run. They'll go right back to the run. Got enough space. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 27.
Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Brings up 2nd down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Brings up 3rd down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Now adjusting. He'll fire to his right. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. Now, they did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Makes his connection. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Iowa State.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Finds the tight end. Nice pickup there, gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
The Cyclones are on the move. From the gun, the running back has it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Griffin. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dialing up a second down pass play. He's got it. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Cyclones! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for 2 there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wake Forest offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little...
He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. To the air, it's Pitts. He finds his man. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And how about that? They throw a hitch route on third to pick up the first. Quarterback, great job getting it out of his hands quickly. Awesome timing, no hesitation. And because of that, he put it on his guy quickly. He had some space, and he was able to turn upfield and get the first down.
Going up top on first down. Gonna let it fly. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Western Kentucky is going to walk off the field there in Bowling Green with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Working that left side now. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Iowa State. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Iowa State
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to end it with what is likely the game winner in the final seconds. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Back to throw, it's Pitts. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 45, on his way. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.